Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to one of our last sessions of the day here at CulpeperCon 2025, third edition. But at the first edition, we actually had I had a sign up for a table vendor or a table exhibitor, and the person wanted to know whether they could give a little bit more information to the public about a video that they were starting to produce and create and write and everything that goes along with it. I'm not a writer, I'm not an editor, so don't ask me the technical terms. But more that I liked about it is the fact that it's going to be a homegrown production. And she showed up at the first CulpeperCon. She had a table, she was dressed up all in white, like an elf if I'm not mistaken, and was recruiting people to help write the program. Here it is today, almost 3 years to the day later, and we have a trailer for the program. So without further ado, Miss Lottie Moss of Unentitled Productions.
So, like he said, my name is Lottie Brown, and I am the executive producer and founder of Unentitled Productions, which is a small amateur local film group based around Culpeper. And I think we'll go ahead and start with the trailer, and then I'll talk a little bit more in depth about the project and whatnot. And yeah, so go ahead and start it.
Why are we here? So close to Drakenauer. Drakenauer, they have a legend among themselves about a mythical dragon. Greatest creature because it feeds on arcana. They liken it to themselves, consuming arcana.
We fight, we hide and die. It will never end, sister, and I'm weary of it. I want to go home.
I myself do as duty demands, yet the killing of youth of grown men.
They are children. Have you no mercy at all? Dance with death.
So this is a fantasy short film that's on track to be about 45 minutes to an hour long, and it's about a nation of people called the Drakenauer who are fighting against the elves and over the possession of magic, or arcana as we call it, and specifically centered around a talisman that is very powerful and that just sort of showed up and nobody on either side seems to know where it came from or what exactly it does. We wrote the story ourselves, and well, we're doing everything ourselves. We've got a group of about 15 people, I think, right now, and most of us are, we have an interest in filmmaking, but not a whole lot of experience, so we're all kind of learning as we go. It's a very amateur production, and most of the people involved are young adults, teenagers, early 20s, and the parents. So it's kind of a family affair, which is cool. And let's see, we started in 2023, and which I guess was 2 years ago. We're still in the process of filming right now, and that costume right there is from scenes that we are getting ready to film. Some of our more visually interesting, impressive, I guess, scenes are still coming with heavier special effects, and we've got a crowd scene coming up with a fight, and yeah. So, does anyone have any questions about the group or the project? So we're trying to stay within about a 2-hour radius of Culpeper. A lot of what you saw in the trailer was filmed in Fredericksburg. Yeah, at Alum Springs Park.
Are you still working on the storyline, or is it already locked in? It's just filming everything at this point in time?
It's because we're such an amateur production, we don't actually have a complete script, but I have it all in my head. So like as we're going, as you film, things end up differently anyway, so you have to kind of modify and adapt. So as we're going, we write more to it, but we've got the whole story down. Yeah.
Do you find that you're doing that a lot? Like, all right, in my head, this character is going to say this, and then they say it, and you're like, I don't really like it that much once I see it out there.
Sometimes, although
Is it more improv or is it more scripted?
we try to be more scripted, but it's often pretty last minute, I must admit. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
What are some of the struggles you're dealing with at the time?
Scheduling is a big one. We went into this viewing it kind of as a hobby rather than like a career, so we were meeting like once a week, and it's really difficult to make a movie that long with people that have a hobby level commitment level, So yeah, scheduling's a big one. And to anyone that would like to start a film group like this, I would recommend make sure everyone's on the same page about how long it'll take, because we have been saying that we were going to finish this in a few months for 2 years now. So, and that's just how it goes. You got to be adaptable.
Has your run length changed since the beginning of the shooting?
Yes, multiple times. Yeah, it was going to be full length, I think like hour and a half, and then it went down to 20 minutes at one point, back up to 40, and that's about where we are now. So,
With such a short run length, are you having problems getting the full story across, or finding yourself in struggles in that area? Having to commit to such a smaller film time?
it is difficult for sure.
It's essentially like a pilot episode. You're trying to incorporate all the characters, give them a little bit of understanding of who these people are, and also incorporating the storyline.
Right.
So it does kind of,
Mhm.
would kind of essentially naturally just run into, you gotta fast track this a little bit.
Yeah, which is tricky, but we've had to make do and cut some things out. And I'm one of the ones writing it, so I don't always know how it sounds to other people. So I'm kind of hoping for the best, I guess. And I forgot to mention, we have a Facebook page too. Yeah, Unentitled Productions. And when we get the film released, it'll be on the Facebook page and on YouTube and maybe Amazon. And I don't have a date for when that release will happen, sadly. Kind of, yeah. One of the main characters, I guess. Any other questions?
Did you make the costume?
Yes. So I come from, thankfully, a very crafty sort of family. We're DIYers. That one is probably one of our more impressive ones. It's hand stitched. We hand dyed the blue. I made the belt. We wove the tassels on the side. We put a lot of handwork into that one. Yeah, thank you.
Are you also creating all of the other costumes or just most of
For the most part, we're creating them from scratch, but things like the armor we had to borrow from someone else because you can't really make that very well. But yeah, we're making them whenever possible.
You said you have like a big group scene. Is that already been shot or that's?
Not yet. That's coming up.
Have you partnered or reached out to some of
The LARPers.
the LARPers? Yeah, there's a big group out of David runs a.
Yeah, I have been in contact with them actually. There's an event that's happening in Culpeper in a couple of weeks. I think the second weekend in April. I'm hoping. Is it?
Specifically like metal.
Okay.
Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to contact him again and see if they can do that while they're down here. That would be great. But it's yeah, the LARPers are a good resource. Yeah.
I mean, they're already halfway. Like, it's pretty legit costumes that they got going on.
Yeah.
So you can get rid of, you know, the plastic, not plastic, but the weapons with the styrofoam and stuff. But they do have like legit weapons, cosplay outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It looks great.
Thank you. So,
Have the whole movie next year?
I don't know. Maybe. That would be cool.
Same thing every 6 months.
Yeah, yeah. Every couple of years, a little bit more of an update.
Out of curiosity, how much has your budget been at? Or
Pretty much zero.
really? Wow.
Yeah, we've tried to get a couple of crowdfunding sites up and running, and it hasn't gone particularly well. So anything that goes past that just comes straight from my personal account, and because it's an investment for me. And we've also had some really generous people too. The Victory Drone, Doug Black is his name. He's really thrilled to be part of this project, so he's kind of throwing money at it left and right, which is great. But yeah.
It's definitely just word of mouth. You know,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like this comes out a lot.
For sure. Yeah, connections are a big help. Networking, really important. So, any more questions? Do you guys want to see the trailer one more time and wrap it up? Yeah, sure. Mhm.
Is this like animated, like the swords clashing?
No, it is not. Those are actual real metal swords that we just lightly touched and we added the sound effects later. There will be some special effects that are digitally added, but for the most part it's live action.
All right. Also, is there a specific time the movie is gonna come out?
I wish that I could say there was, but I really don't know. I'm sorry.
How can we follow to stay with?
Facebook is the best way right now. We don't have our own YouTube channel yet, so Facebook's actually the only social media that we have up for it.
And what, is it under CulpeperCon?
No, Unentitled Productions. Yeah, and the beginning of the trailer has like the black and gold lettering. That's the background page, so you might be able to find it that way. Yeah.
Why are we here? So close to Drakenar. Drakenari. They have a legend among themselves. About a mythical dragon. Greatest creature because it feeds on arcana. They liken it to themselves, consuming arcana.
We fight, we hide and die. It will never end, sister, and I'm weary of it. I want to go home.
I I myself do as duty demands, yet the killing of youth and of grown men.
They are children. Have you no mercy at all? Dance with death.